Right. I'm putting a Pulse 202 Introduction to Public Administration on. Uh, One of my concerns with doing this online was it's a dry topic anyway, public administration. And sort of to have the interaction, the physical interaction, I have to tease and joke and torment a little bit to get people interested in this kind of thing. But what I've done is I've invested heavily in discussion and VoiceThread, and I'm counting on that to pull through for me. I think the design team, it's just been it's really relieved a lot of anxiety with me. It starts really quickly with start here, and goes right to my syllabus, and
you can just click right on that trackpad right there.
Yeah. There. Okay. The course syllabus, and then join in the VoiceThread group itself. And what I've done is in order to kind of increase the participation in the VoiceThread group is I've divided them into two groups, the suns and the stars. And what I'm going to do is invest all my extra credit in here too, because that's the first thing that they ask is, what about extra credit? So, so it's all here. This is all the extra credit I'm going to give, and this is where you're going to get it. And so I have a rubric set up for what I expect to see when they engage in the VoiceThread every week. And there's 3 cases at the end of every chapter on a topic related to it. And each in my weekly content, my weekly modules, I have some multimedia that we're putting into it, and a to-do list. And
click on the chart on the pad. The trackpad.
I feel like I'm abusing it.
Nope. There you go. Yeah, you're good. Keep talking. Sorry.
Can you hit me on that one there so I don't... There we go. So they have a to-do list, and then I have a PowerPoint that comes from the publisher that shows all the high points.
Then you can just scroll up like that. That's right here. Here we go. Sorry. There we go. So you can just use this.
Okay. So I have multimedia, some Colbert reports, daily show, news clips on when these things different things regarding like NSA surveillance, and to what extent do you want the government into your private life. And so that's the first one. And so I divided them into groups, and each week, whichever group has the best discussion, they have a facilitator. You get assigned to be a facilitator, and you have to summarize everything that was brought up in the group. So what I'm looking for them to do is to bring more content into it, go research it, bring this aspect in and that aspect in, and then at the end of the week, I will grade them individually and then as a group. Because what I do is by the middle of the course, we're into organizational structure and working together as an organization. So they become an organization as soon as they start, and they stay in an organization throughout. So that's what I'm up to. I thought of this is just very simple. When you click on my content, is all right there in the course content, online discussions. Then I have 2 projects and then 4 quizzes, and I'll have to make 6 lectures, which opens it up to each theme that I'm covering for the course. So I'm really pleased with the way they've got me going in and the organization of it.
I have to say, I'm going to kind of jump in a little bit. Linda was very creative with her discussions. So she has 2 separate groups, the suns and the stars. So they're all going to discuss in their own group. to compete for what's it, the golden brain. So it's a little bit of a competition between the two groups. And so it's a really interesting setup, and she has it all very specifically outlined and everything along there. So it's kudos to Linda for really thinking outside the box and trying to get
Thank you.
students engaged. How do they know what group they are?
I will assign it once I know what the actual roster is. And then the first week, the first discussion, I'm basically going to facilitate that. So they get an idea of what I expect out of them. And then there's 10 weeks worth. And actually I can go back and grade the 11th week will be a tiebreaker if both teams have are tied for golden brains. But the overall, it's you win everything. You win all the credit, but if you win for the week, you get 2 points, and then at the end, I give a nice one, which would actually be enough to increase your one whole grade for like your project or whatever.
What happens if you assign them and they turn out to be totally lopsided and one side is just dominating?
Well, this is organizational studies, so I had a remedy. They can go rogue, but they have to get 50% of the class to get behind them. And once they break off, they're done. They have to do, they have to do more work. The other group has to do it. And what I said I would do was when they decided if they wanted to break off and go rogue, that I would make a very plain announcement. It says, part of your group is planning to go rogue. You have a week to remedy the situation, because everybody's going to do more work if you break off. And so once that's done, so then you could possibly have 3 teams competing to get all this extra credit. And so that's how I think that I'm going to get them to go look at the book and go look at all the things that I've got, because, they're going to be hard pressed to out show off. And
Really thought about it.
When are you gonna teach this class online?
we start in the fall. I've got this one, and then I've got a 102 that I got to teach in the fall, and I want to rebuild it now that I've learned all these tricks. And then I've got the 351, the leadership that I'm also building. So
Are you gonna present
not today. I've been waiting on books,
Oh,
and so they're here now, and so we'll storm right through that when that's.
I look forward to see how the discussion goes.
Oh, I do too. I'm kind of excited now.
And if it works, you should share with other
Yeah.
families.